Hey gang, welcome to another edition of Schlock, where it's a review of the movie Final Destination 3. Unfortunately, it wasn't the final of the Final Destination movies, if any of that makes any sense. High schooler Wendy decides that her and her friends from high school are gonna go on a roller coaster. But, as you may have guessed, Wendy has a vision that her and her friends get killed on the roller coaster. So she decides that she's not going to get on it. Some of her friends decide she's not going to get on it. But then her boyfriend and her best friend, Carrie, decide they're going to get on it. And that proves to be a fatal mistake. And, well, it's pretty much like the first two. Wendy gets visions of people dying. She looks at these pictures that were taken on who was on the roller coaster, and she figures out that's Death's plan to take out everybody on the roller coaster in exact order from front to back. And, yeah, no matter how often she tries to save her friends from certain death, it's too late. There's death by tanning bed, nail gun, car engine, cherry picker, pole, all kinds of stuff. It's a big, bad, gory mess. Well, when Wendy thinks she's finally cheated death and she's won, it turns out that she and her new roommate, Laura, and their friend Sean decide to board a train. But as you would guess, Wendy has another vision of the train crashing and decides, what the heck, I'll get on it anyway. And last thing you see is the train about to crash, Wendy screaming, and all that. So why did this movie suck? I think by this time, it was starting to feel like repetition. You start feeling like that there's just the same old characters in this one. Some likable, some not likable. You got the one who can see the visions. Nobody believes her. And everybody dies in gory, gruesome ways. Of course, if you got the DVD with the alternate death scenes, some of theirs are not quite as brutal, but they're still pretty brutal. But it just seemed like that around this time, the death scenes, the deaths were getting a little bit more gory, but not very creative. The ones in the first one, I have to actually admit, I liked them because they all looked like accidents happening. But this time around, it was like this was no accident. This was just stuff happening, and of course you had that same old plot. It's death doing it. Nobody believes her. And at least in this one, you pretty much see our main hero get killed off. You didn't really see it in part 1 and part 2, but it is a continuation. You hear about everybody from the first two, what happened to them, what their fates were, and the whole 9 yards. So, yeah. But yeah, I wasn't too big on this one. I thought a lot of the death scenes were a little ridiculous. And again, a lot of characters in this movie, not very likable. And you really think to yourself, if she saw her death on the train, why did she get on it? That's the part that never made any sense, but I don't know, gang. But again, it's the first one in the series where you actually see the hero pretty much get killed off, and it actually goes through. So what are your thoughts on Final Destination 3? If you like, leave me a comment below and let me know what you think. And was this one your favorite or least favorite? Do you have a favorite of the Final Destination series? Let me know. And if you like my videos, feel free to subscribe. If you have a horror, sci-fi horror, comedy horror, or fantasy horror movie that felt like a... I don't want to say it was a roller coaster ride or a train wreck. Let's just say it felt bad when you were done with it. Send it my way, and I'll get on it ASAP. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching, and until next time, as always, stay strong and rock on. And don't eat the cotton candy. I heard it's gone really bad.